With my YouTube channel taking off, I need to get up off my feet. Most YouTubers are going out to pick up the latest and greatest computers just so that they can have an excellent time editing their videos. But you don't have to. Some YouTubers are still using 7-year-old Macs that are upgraded to adequate specs so that they can have a pleasant experience editing their videos while still being money smart. But can buying a brand new MacBook Pro 16-inch be worth it for this YouTuber? Hey guys, I'm Ethan from Alumni Tech 47, and today we are going to be unboxing the 16-inch MacBook Pro that I got from Apple.com. Now I haven't done a video like this since my first video. I kind of suck at this unboxing strategy. Usually unboxings take a few minutes to complete and a couple of hours to set up, but I'm going to unbox this MacBook anyway. So I'm going to talk about my experience unboxing this as well as using it for the past 24 hours. Before we do that, you should check out my Instagram and Twitter at AlumniTech47. So first of all, I got the 16-inch MacBook off Apple's online store for too much money. But since I am an Apple fan at heart, I might deem this as worth it. Now before you start making fun of Apple and its MacBook, let me tell you that I am not a gamer. I could have bought an excellent gaming laptop with some better features than this MacBook, but this laptop is good enough for me. It has a great display at 3072 by 1920 resolution. That is a bit over the 2K mark, and that's nice to have when I am reading text or looking at fine details in my work. It also has a true tone function so that my eyes don't feel like they're burning when I'm working in low light conditions. The keyboard on this MacBook feels great with decent travel. I'm glad that they are using the scissor method as well as putting an escape key on the top left. I also like how much bigger the trackpad is. I'm coming from a mid-2015 MacBook Pro, and although I was tempted to upgrade for the bigger trackpad, I wasn't fond of the butterfly keyboard. But luckily the butterfly keyboard is now dead, as the new 13-inch MacBooks now have the Magic Keyboard, as this one does. But coming from the 2015 MacBook, I have USB-C for the first time, so I had to go out and buy an adapter so that I can use all my stuff on this machine as well. I wasn't disappointed at all with buying a dongle, and I think Apple is still in the right direction in placing USB-C Thunderbolts on this machine. Another great feature that this laptop has that I have found very convenient is the Touch ID sensor. I can securely get to my laptop 10 times quicker than before. I can also use it for payments, I guess, and for other password services. Speaking of 10 times quicker, I love the new universal charging port. USB-C charging is super awesome. I have a 96 watt charger that can charge my laptop pretty fast as well as my phone. Now I wouldn't use this for my phone every day, but I will use it if I need a reasonable charge quickly. I also technically now have 4 charging ports on my laptop. So if I'm sitting and the outlet is on the right side of me, I can just plug it into the right side of my Mac. I also really love how the baseline specs of this machine are more updated with the current performance of a laptop. I think that Apple's 13-inch MacBook Pros last year started off with too low specs with a dual Core i5 and only 8GB of RAM. But this machine you see here has a 9th gen Intel Core i7 with 6 cores. It also has 16GB of RAM and 1.5GB of VRAM. For me, that is plenty to get my work done as well as making sure that things are moving forward. I'm not so much looking for smoothness, but I'm looking for performance. Since this laptop is 16 inches, it has much better airflow than the previous models, with 28% more airflow per minute on load. And with a laptop this big, you also have a high-performing battery. A 99.8 watt-hour battery gets me through the day just fine, and when under heavy load still manages to keep me afloat in battery life. These are the main features that I got this laptop for. It seems like it is almost all the features of this MacBook, which it is. I'm basically upgrading to this from everything that I was previously using. But you shouldn't have to go buy one of these. I spent a lot of money on this thing, and you should make a reasonable decision when finding the best MacBook for you. And if you do plan on getting a MacBook, stay away from the butterfly keyboard models. Apple now has its entire lineup of MacBooks with Magic Keyboards so that you don't have to be locked down on only 2 models. But if you can't afford a MacBook that new, I would consider getting a 2015 MacBook Pro or earlier. And if you aren't a Mac guy, then buy a PC. PCs are great to have, but I personally don't like them. I know, big whoa. Now that I am done setting this laptop up, let's see how it performs. My most used program, surprisingly, is Google Chrome. It can watch 4K videos flawlessly, but it can stutter on 8K footage. But other than that, everything works on the web flawlessly, even with 10 or more tabs open. Adobe Premiere Pro works very well with video playback as well as rendering. I can render one of my videos in half the time than my previous MacBook can do. And if you want to see how it games, Minecraft works well with 60 frames per second on high settings and the render distance set up to 18. But I am not expecting games to work out of the park performance like gaming PCs can do. I also like to do a little bit of Lightroom editing photos that I have shot on my camera, and it works great. But I am happy overall with my new MacBook Pro, and I think that we have fully unboxed this MacBook Pro 16-inch. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it wasn't too choppy, as this isn't usually my strategy. Still, I hope to get better at unboxing videos in the future. But in the meantime, you should go check out my other videos on my other Apple devices that interest you. And you should consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. If you're interested, go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at AlumniTech47 to see behind the scenes and updates. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.